It's time now for Throw for Dough, brought to you by Security National Bank and the local TV for Me Sports Network. Now, both schools in tonight's game have chosen a cheerleader to try to throw the football through the special Throw for Dough banner. Just for participating, each school's athletic department will receive $50 from Security National Bank. But if they are successful, their school's athletic department will receive a donation of $500. Shall we welcome the people with the money, the big bucks from Security National Bank? Melissa Hallmark, Melissa. Amanda Knotts, Amanda. And also John Brown. John.
Yes, John.
Our first contestant is from Beavercreek High School, Callista Hess. Callista, good luck at $500. Lined it up. Nope. Not good on that one. Now, shall we? She could be a 3-time winner. The athletic department loves her, and so do you. Representing your Springfield Wildcats, Asia Mays. Asia, good luck. Oh, give them a big hand. Our congratulations. They each pick up $50 for the athletic department, and thanks for participating. If you want more information on the Throw for Dough, log on to www.localtvforme.com. Thank you.
Although the world is ever changing, the basic rhythms of life remain the same. One being people's passion to build families, communities, houses, businesses. But turning passion into reality is often challenging. For all of life's moments, count on Security National Bank.
I'm drier, Lynn. I might smell like a spring breeze. I'll burn your house down.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
It's time to eat, and you want great Mexican food with friendly service at a fair price. It's time for
My Mariachis.
With 3 convenient locations, you're never far away from a great meal at
My Mariachis.
Don't accept invitations. It's time for Springfield's Pharmacy is Harding Road Pharmacy, located 1.5 miles north of the hospital on North Plum Street and Harding Road. Harding Road Pharmacy has been locally owned since 1950.
We not only fill prescriptions that are ready when you are, but our friendly professional staff is always available to answer questions and provide free delivery. We're proud to serve our community, and we invite you to experience why Harding Road Pharmacy is Springfield's hometown pharmacy.
Harding Road Pharmacy is open 7 days a week for prescriptions that are ready when you are.
We are back. There's the opening kickoff of the second half. And not going anywhere for Beavercreek. They will put the ball in play, 1st and 10 at their 24-yard line. Let's see where they officially mark it. It should be about the 24, and indeed it is.
Yeah, 24 is where they're going to put that up there.
And, of course, Jim Twiggs, your Allstate agents, with the hometown high school football game of the week here in this third quarter. And what a first half it has been. And as Gary had mentioned, we'll kind of see who's playing for Springfield in the second half.
What
and that
tackle.
ball was thrown out there perfectly, but he may have gotten
Davion
a yard.
Bates. Now watch this coverage from number 3 at the bottom of your screen.
man-to-man, playing up close. No gap there, giving him 5 or 6 yards. He's staying with him, and he's going to slough off, and then coming through there, he drops him because he saw the pass.
Nice job, yeah.
Released his man to the safety out deep, and he made that tackle. Real nice job coming through there.
And Bradley was out there, too, as well to make the play. Here comes Beavercreek. They've got 9 yards to go for that first down. Rolling, looking for a man, and no.
And keep in mind, this is a running clock right now.
It is a running clock. That was far short of the intended receiver, which is going to bring up third down. And about 9 yards to go for the first down. The coach, Nick Black, is in his 3rd season. He coached at Springboro, had a couple of years there. He was a head coach at Graham, and assistant coach at the University of Dayton, Millikan University, and Springfield Shawnee as well. So
he's been around.
His play has kind of been around this area. He played for Piqua High School and then was a linebacker at Wittenberg College. So he's not new to the area for sure. Look at the rush going on there.
And he got a little room outside. Yep. Little room outside. He almost was able to break it.
Who stepped in there? Was that?
I'm going to give you a number.
Stinnett.
Number 11. I'm going to give. It's not too tough to call here. I was talking to some of the players the coaches up here. I said, we got to get different socks on some of these single number, that we know the orange socks, because it's really hard to read those numbers when you get the small numbers, especially when they're scrunched up. A 5 looks like a 6,
and a 6 looks like a 5.
And you know what I mean, with numbers to begin with.
Yeah, well, I'm even worse. Well, no, that's my eyes, I think.
It's already down to 8:47. We just started this second half with a running clock.
And the play clock down to 7 seconds. There's the snap, and here's the kick. 2 back deep. And, finally, I just thought they were just going to let it roll. And coming this way is Wood. Nice cut.
Oh, my goodness.
And he just drug one of the Beavercreek ball players, Whitehead, for about another 5 yards. And the ball will be put in play again on Beavercreek's side of the field.
Well, let's see whether or not Springfield does a hurry up, or if they, let that clock run down the play clock and run even more time off.
And don't forget, our instant highlights, Gary, will have the teams announced every Tuesday. But we're talking the hottest teams, the biggest plays, the winning drives, all in an instant.
And you can see it right now. All you have to do is log on to www.facebook.com/local TV for me, and you'll see some highlights there right now from the Kenton Ridge game and the Jonathan Alter game that's going on right now.
And the thing of it is, we're everywhere. Spreading it out a little bit is Springfield. Tayshawn Smoot, look at this rocket of an arm. Has got his man downfield. Nice defensive play. Threw that ball into a double team, but even at that,
Stevens couldn't come
almost
up with
got it. Yeah,
that was a real nice play. Now watch this. Watch this arm, folks. This is going from the 55 yards to the end zone. Let's see where it goes. Look at that pass.
You're close.
Look at that. And it goes to the 10. So,
yeah.
My goodness. Almost had it intercepted. Pretty good coverage, but dodged the bullet there.
He's a sophomore. He's going to have a lot of time to get even better. Handing the ball off, and nobody knew who was going to go with it, but we know who's going to go with it all the way for a score. Tavion Smoot.
Oh, my God.
Smoot to Smoot.
That was a broken play.
That was a broken play. Didn't know whether he wanted to hand it off or pull it out, and Tavion says, "No, I get some running room."
A 45-yard run there.
Yes.
And that comes at 6:43.
And the clock continues to roll. It is now 60 zip. And again, if you're just joining us, it's a 30 or more point lead going into the second half, and it is a running clock from this point
on. And if it changes under 30, then they go back to the regular clock. That's
not so sure that's going to change.
That might be a little unlikely.
There's the kick. It's up, and it is good. So, with 6:17 left here in this third quarter, it is now 61-0. I thought coming in that Springfield would win the ball game, but this is just.
Well, I knew that Beavercreek was down a little bit, but Beavercreek can have little spurts of flash, and
sure.
And we've seen Springfield when we thought they should have won, and just there were penalties. They just got angry at each other, and they're kind of over that now.
They are.
And I think it's taken about 5 years for that to happen, consistently. So they've got a real good thing going on here at Springfield.
I like the old coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, McKay, who said he was on a 5-year program. He said had he been there in 3 or 4 years, it'd be stupid. So he was there on a 5-year program, not 6, but a 5-year program, and ended up going to the Super Bowl. Well, the team eventually ended up going to the Super Bowl.
See if they do a short kick or a long kick here.
Yeah, you know, he's been powering these pretty good.
Yep.
And that's a good one, too. It's dropped at the 10 as the woes continue for Beavercreek. And they had absolutely nowhere to go. As I kind of felt sorry for him because as he looked up, he lost the ball.
That was
Carson.
Sean Carson.
And then he finally did pick it up and went, boy, maybe this is a mistake, too. As he was just nailed. So the clock rolls. We're under 5 minutes left in this third quarter. 61-0 in favor of the Wildcats of Springfield.
4:32 left to go in the third quarter.
Just a great homecoming here for the Wildcats. Somebody late coming into the ball game for Springfield. Man in motion. Handed off. Nice little hole up over the right side, but that was a nice hole for about 2 yards. And then
Kendall Dolby came in there, the cornerback, to shut that down. And he's number 12.
Silas Wright in on that tackle, too. He was one of the late ones coming in at linebacker, but nonetheless knew what he was doing.
You can always tell Minnie because he's got those bright green shoes.
Green shoes, that's
oh,
right.
Man was starting to go in motion, then they're going to call it off, go back and get another call from the sideline.
Looking over to the sidelines, play clock down to 19 seconds. The game clock is at 3:44. And fake the handoff. The quarterback keeps it, runs right through the hole where he faked it to the running back was Nick Brown.
And he ran into number 34. First guy in there was Silas Wright.
Silas Wright.
And he's right there in the center of your screen.
Silas has made a couple of tackles since coming into the ballgame 2 plays ago.
Coming in here now is number 22, Justice McFadden.
Looks like Bryce Walker just came out of the ballgame.
Yeah, trying to get in some new players here and there. Also in on that is Terrian Brown at top there.
Man starts in motion, then stops again. I still think that's a way to draw somebody off sides. What is it, third down and about a yard and a half to go for the first down. Man in motion. They hand it off and nowhere. As a matter of fact,
they gotta stop.
It looked like Springfield was going to take the handoff. Yeah.
You got to remember, when you hear those whistles, you got to stop.
Got to stop.
Because there will be some officials that will throw that the second that you don't do it.
Immediately, if not so.
And you got to really be careful, especially now as you have a good foundation going. You don't need anything to set you back. Not that it would be that terrible in this ball game, but still. You know, if some push comes to shove, and then you can't play the next game. I mean, something like that could happen. So don't even go there. Just go and let him up.
I mean, if you would happen to get suspended, then you play a big team the next week. Well, boy,
and you've hurt your team. You've hurt your team. Not
Absolutely.
just that you can't play. Play clock down to 5 seconds.
James Wood back deep, along with Larry Stevens. Ball kicked over towards Stevens. It's going to be short.
And incidentally, Stevens was the king, homecoming king.
That's right.
King. And then there's our student athlete of the week. Boy, talk
Jackie
about
Grayson.
well-rounded with her mom there. You think mom's proud? Yeah.
You think?
Pretty much, huh?
That is one smart lady. 4.6 grade point average.
Yeah, what a concept. Go to school, study, and
go to college.
And go to college, and then make a
very successful in life.
Yeah, what a concept.
Wow.
You know.
All right, Springfield with the football. Trying to see who was in there at quarterback. That has changed. Looks like it's number 14, and that being Bradley.
Dalen Bradley.
Yeah, Dalen Bradley. There are some real clean jerseys in there right now.
Trying to see who's.
The running back.
Yeah. Anthony Brown in motion. Look at this play.
Just like that, maybe some more points.
And this
running that football just came
Christian McMillan.
Christian McMillan.
He's a sophomore. Watch. And watch Christian McMillan get this handoff and take off here. Look at that block, though. You got to look at the block. Let's give credit due where it's due. Number 52, Zarian Exxon, and He's 295-pound, 6'4" senior.
Just
Exxon.
a pup. Just a pup.
Exxon. Remember that name. Right there he is right on the left-hand side of that line, folks. 52, Exxon.
With the football. Quarterback keeper. Around the right side and then tripping after somebody swiped him was Dalen Bradley.
Yeah, and he's not very big, folks. We're looking at Dalen Bradley. He's 5 down, 140.
He's wiry.
And believe it or not, that's about the way I carried when I played in high school. It was 140, but
and he held up the right side of the bench.
145 pounds. But
they may not get another play in. Clock is down to 5 seconds. 3 seconds. There it is. Fake the pass. Now looking out into the flat, short, and incomplete as the quarter ends. Third quarter is history with the Springfield Wildcats leading 61-0 over Beavercreek. More football coming your way on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local Allstate agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by Dave Cale Chevrolet, The Security National Bank, and Harding Road Pharmacy.
At Dave Cale Chevrolet and Chevrolet Trucks, we are proud that customers keep coming back to purchase vehicles. Now we have a brand new showroom that will help us serve our customers better.
We give every customer specialized attention to find the right vehicle at the right price, and we have a wide variety of new and used vehicles to choose from.
Visit us at Dave Cale Chevrolet and experience no-nonsense car shopping.
The best place to purchase a new or used vehicle is at Dave Cale Chevrolet in Mechanicsburg, Ohio.
Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons has a 30-year history of serving the ophthalmic needs of the Miami Valley. The Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons specialize in meeting the medical and surgical eye care needs of the entire family. Dr. Larry Fish, Dr. Gary Lau, and Dr. Scott Stork are committed to providing our patients the best medical care with a personal touch. Schedule your appointment today in Springfield, Urbana, London, or Beavercreek, because seeing is believing.
Fourth quarter action just underway. Pass downfield, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, who just could not come up with the football, was Anthony Brown.
And that's just timing, because these are, they probably haven't played a whole lot this season as backups and being in there, but
they get a chance to pick up a first down.
And they get experience, against a team that has a huge line, and they're not changing much over there. As you can see on this end over here is 89, and that's Solomon Hardeman. He's 6'1", 185-pound on this far end over here.
Dalen Bradley is in the quarterback. Nice long pass. This one could be intercepted, and it is.
Coming up with that ball is going to be number 30, and that's Sean Carson. And watch what happens here. He just, I think he's throwing into, he's unloads it, but he's looking into coverage. Now watch downfield here. There's the ball, and he goes right in. No, he just overthrew him.
Just overthrew him, yeah.
So he does have the arm in it, and maybe it was the receiver that thought he couldn't throw it that far and pulled up.
Or, that happens how many times where they kind of slow down, bring it short, and I just looked at the sidelines here of the King. Larry Stevens had a pink stocking cap on, but of course being October.
Yeah, don't forget the Queen too that was out there.
As it is Beavercreek's football, they'd like to get a drive going.
Lydia Lake
into the flat, almost intercepted
for 6. Yeah, the King was Cooper, the announcer, PA announcer's niece, I believe.
It was
Lydia Lake.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her too.
So that'll be incomplete, almost intercepted, and more points on the board for Springfield. Ball is nose on the 5-yard line. Sometimes in that situation, if you're a competitor here, you want to intercept it, but if you have a chance to think about it, you go, let's just let that go to the ground and it'll bring up 4th down, and we can start upfield.
Well, go figure. There's number 11 there.
At quarterback. And
let's see. I'm trying to think of number. I don't see an 11 on there.
There is no 11 on there, which happens how many times during the season? So nothing going on. Ball's going to be placed at the 6. And that is going to bring up a third down. See, here at the stadium, they don't tell you what yardage there is. So or what down it is.
Just the scoreboard.
Yeah, we're straining our eyes. Looks like third down and probably about 8 yards to go for the first down.
We apologize. We don't have a number there for number 11.
And this could be delay of game. Well, no, wait a minute. They're pointing Springfield's way. So did somebody go offsides? Might have. I really saw no signal. So it's going to bring up third down, about 3 yards to go for the first down. Up underneath center, man in motion. Fake the handoff. And it's not going to go real far. It's going to be down at the 15, but that will be enough. Check it, they move it out to about the 17-yard line, so that's enough for the first down. First down. 10 yards to go.
81 coming down here at the bottom of your screen for Beavercreek, so they're obviously going to have to put this ball up in the air.
Well, they have to. It's nice to get a sustained drive, but it's a little late for that. Nice run by the quarterback, and again, I wish I had his number 11. That's all we can do.
And that's on the GWAC Great Western Ohio Conference site, so those numbers not even printed.
Not even printed on there. Pick up on the play.
Nice tackling, though, by Wildcats all night long, staying real low and wrapping their man up.
That's really about the most yardage they've got was a 10-yard pickup there. And that was a nice play by the youngster there at quarterback. So it's going to bring up first down, 10 yards to go, just shy of the 30. We'll call it the 28-yard line. Clock continues to roll, and of course, mentioning it again, if you're just joining us, it is a running clock in the second half because you're ahead by 30 or more. It just continues to run. And there's the whistle.
I'd say a false start on this is most likely. Yep. Oh no, they got a timeout in, I think.
I think it was it too much time or a timeout? Timeout. So there is timeout on the field with 6:48 remaining here in this.
Let's check out this King and Queen court while we have a chance. And that was pretty exciting. And there he is right there, Larry Stevens. And there's your homecoming queen. And she gets a big hug there, so congratulations to both of them, the king and queen, on homecoming night. And you can't do much better than that.
What a great
Congratulations
night
to Larry Stevens III and the delay.
Clock continues to roll, of course. 6:41 remaining. First down, 10 yards to go for Beavercreek. Looking, got a man wide open downfield, and I'm looking for pass interference on that one.
And there is a flag on there.
Yeah, never turning around to even look.
Now watch, this flag is on the field already, right where that spot hit. Now you can see him at the bottom of your screen is what you're looking down for here, folks.
I think this was Kendrick.
And he's going to get hit as face guarding, and he does turn around though, Lee.
Yeah, he does at the end, but he did
have his they're
big shove.
Pass interference.
Kendrick Holt comes up with the penalty.
Now let's see here. There we go. 5, 10. Remember those old days where they walk 15 off and they go back 15?
I don't think we'll ever forget that ball game. Gary, what was that penalty? I don't know. It went that way 15.
We had no clue, and I don't think they did either. But good officiating crew here tonight, doing a good job. Really doing a good job.
Well,
and you know what I would like about them is that they're positioned where they're supposed to be, not out of the picture.
And that just helps the flow of the ball game. You know, you talk about the players and you talk about all that, but they keep that flow going as well. Nice pickup there.
Making some nice gain.
And it's going to be a pickup on the play close to 5 yards. Let's see where they finally mark it.
Coming into this game is number 31. And that's Drew Himes. He's a cornerback, 5'11", 162-pound junior.
And Ryan.
And his mom, his mom's heading up the, out there at Shawnee. Is that new superintendent type of division there. And she was my principal when I was at Northridge. And her son out there, Drew Himes, number 31 at the top of your screen. kind of fun to see him. I watched him grow up, and 5'11", 162 junior. Man, am I old.
We are getting old. He took the words.
So, Drew, good to see you. Hope you get a tackle in there and
This was, I think,
show up
again,
for mom and dad that are down here at this game
That's
tonight.
my conduct on Springfield on the far side of the field. And,
Well, I hope it wasn't Drew.
Yeah, cost him a bunch. And now there's a timeout called by Springfield because there are players running in and out, and it got to be a little bit too late. So with 5:17, clock will stop with the timeout. There's a 61-0 on the scoreboard, all in favor of the Springfield Wildcats. Don't forget, next week, we're going to be over another place that we like to go. You know why I like to go there? They got fans on top, and I don't sweat.
Well, you weren't sweating tonight. It was about 60 here. So.
It's just perfect. And anybody that wore a jacket ought to be arrested. Be over at Shawnee's Tecumseh comes to town. And there you see it right there. Next week. And don't forget, we've got our Player of the Game Award winner that we're going to present to. Boy, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, all I have to do is to nominate somebody, get on there and do it.
No, I mean for the Player of the Game Award. You got to do that.
I'm looking down here for next week here. Nominate somebody. You know? Player of the game. Here's a long.
Nice arm. This kid's got a nice arm, and in and out of the hands.
Real
nice defense down there.
Real
as
nice
well.
coverage on there by Drew Himes. Stayed right with him, and that ball. They were going for him because watch his play. Drew Himes is right on him, standing with arm's length.
And he's looking back the whole time.
If he looked up, he might have had a pick. But
yeah.
He'll learn that. He's a junior. He'll be out there.
That's going to bring up, if I can see it across the field. What is that, fourth down?
Second down. It is second down.
These eyes are getting old. Play clock down to 9 seconds. As the clock rolls, we're under 4.5 minutes remaining in this football game. Man coming in motion. The quarterback almost lost that snap as it came up high, and then he was lucky to retrieve it, and then had the frame of mind to start running with the football and picked up a few yards.
Clock down to 4 minutes there, Lee.
So it's about 5 yards. We'll call it third down and about 5 yards to go for the first down. And aided by a big penalty, Beavercreek has actually been able to sustain a drive here. And they're not in any hurry either. They're waiting for that play clock to go down even further. I think this is the reason they don't want Springfield to get the ball again.
And I think so. I think they kind of, it's almost, you're not really conceding, but it's just like, why have more damage here?
Yeah, absolutely. As quarterback runs, the football goes absolutely
and
nowhere.
Boy, was he hammered. That was a big-time tackle. And again, looking at that number, I believe it is number 10, Blake Brown.
So the ball at the 33-yard line here, and it's going to be a loss on the play of a couple, make it fourth down and about 6 to go for the first down. Clock rolls. We're at 3 minutes remaining here in this football game, which, needless to say, has been all Springfield from.
Well, we've had 9 scores, and just to kind of run it down because we probably won't be doing it. Tavion Smoot had the first touchdown, followed by Minnie. Then Tavion Smoot got another one. Then Tolliver showed up. Bryce Walker got a run. Then Tolliver got his second one, and then Tolliver got his third run, and then James Wood had his first touchdown catch of the season, and then Tavion Smoot comes through there. So Smoot ended up with one.
Boy, the Beavercreek running back. Go ahead, Gary.
No, go ahead.
Culpepper, just when he looked up, he said, "Uh-oh." Don't forget, upcoming we'll have our Player of the Game Award winner, the Allstate Good Hands Player of the Game winner, brought to you by Jim Twiggs. Don't forget, Jim's got a couple of locations, one in Springfield on Dirt Road, one down in West Carrollton on Orchard Run. And Springfield still running the football. Nice cut upfield.
Nice Karen trying to get in there with his hands in there. His 45, trying to do all he can to hold him back, is Nick Etne.
And let's see, it was number 7 with the football, that being Anthony Brown. Came up with a few yards. as the clock rolls. We're at 1.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
We got Smoot with 3 touchdowns, and then we have Tolliver with 3 touchdowns.
What an offense.
Coming
downfield, got a man open and caught. Does a nice sidestep. Gets down to about the 17-yard line. And another big play.
Dominic Turner, number 17, is going to cross right across the middle of your screen here on a post. And watch this catch. That's perfect, right in between double coverage. And he stops, slows down a little bit, and everybody's yelling, why did he stop? Well, there's 4 guys that are going to get him at some point. So.
And I'll tell you what, Bradley is putting in his vote for player of the game.
There goes Christian McMillan.
McMillan cutting back up. He gets down to about the 5.
About the 5-yard line with 47 seconds and rolling.
Okay,
and I'd just as soon see him take a knee, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
so we got Tavion Smoot and we got Jeff Tolliver, 3 touchdowns apiece. So it's should probably just do the whole team. The whole team should be getting the player of the game.
Now this one is going to go against Springfield. Penalty. That's going to take the ball all the way back to the 22-yard line.
And I say just let this take time. Let the clock run out. Just let it run out. There's no reason for it.
I think Coach Douglas down there just put his hand up and said, that's enough.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, you got nothing else to prove, guys. And that's going to do it. Final score, the Springfield Wildcats 61, the Beavercreek Beavers a big goose egg. Post-game report will be coming up along with the Player of the Game Award after this on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local Allstate agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the IH Credit Union, Los Mariachis Mexican Restaurant, and Springfield Clark CTC.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Wilson. I'm a senior in the welding and fabrication program at Springfield Clark CTC. After I graduate, I'm going to pursue joining the Ironworkers Union. I'm already making a meaningful impact to the community by being a fabricator at a local weld shop, and all I had to do was commit.
Career opportunities making a meaningful impact today. For more information, visit www.scctc.org.
And it's the post-game report with Lee Riley and Gary Littell. Gary, why don't we check things out and see how that final score got to 61-0.
Well, you look at the first half there, and it was 54-0. And here's the run by Tavion Smoot, coming around the corner for a 45-yard run, and that was at 6:43 of the third, and that was the end of the scoring right there.
And that was the running clock.
Yeah, 61-0 was your final, but Tavion Smoot had 3 touchdowns, and Jeff Tolliver had 3 touchdowns. Also in on the mix was Jalen Minnie. And for his first catch, James Wood, second, he had his first touchdown catch. So, boy, and don't forget Bryce Walker had a touchdown in there as well. So, talk about spreading it around. That's what you want to have coming into the final end of the season.
And you talk about a team victory, and that's totally what it was. Time now for the Allstate Player of the Game Award, being brought to you by Jim Twiggs. And this week, our Player of the Game Award winner is who, Mr. Gary?
Well, I think you're going to have to find that out by looking on the screen right now, because he's rushing stats. He had 382 until tonight. Now he has 3 more touchdowns to add to it. That's going to be the senior, Tavion Smoot. Congratulations. You are our good hands player of the game.
And a stout gentleman. He's going to go a long way in football, I think. Don't forget, you can join us again next Friday night. Now, we're going to be over at Shawnee High School as the Braves will host Tecumseh. Till next week, we wish everyone a very pleasant and safe good evening.